Hey guys, how's it going? This is TheLoneArmada, and I have here another Pokemon Showdown Ubers battle that I would like to show off for you guys. I'm going to show off all the mistakes that I have made, all the mistakes that he has made, and yeah, that's about it. So let's get started. He goes out with the Infernape, I go out with the Nidoking because he had more type advantages. He switches out, going to the Banette, and I just go for that Earth Power, and I immediately predict the Destiny Bond. So I switch out to the Kofagragus. There's the Destiny Bond. He goes for the Sucker Punch. Nah, I don't think so, son. Will-O-Wisp. What now? Will-O-Wisp. I'm not going to fall for that dang Destiny Bond. Switch back out to Tyranitar. And then I go for the Sandstorm. Goes for the Shadow Sneak. And now I get Burn and Sandstorm damage. Switch back out into the Typhlosion. He goes Destiny Bond. I don't think so. Now you die from Sandstorm and Burn. Destiny Bond doesn't affect me. That's his mistake. He goes into the Azumarill, so I switch out to Kofagragus. Goes into Aqua Jet, gets a crit right there. So I know he's Choice Banded, and I am physically defensive, so I can take it very well. And I know he's Choice Banded because he goes for it again. Lands a crit, and I go for the Burn. So now he's like a lot weaker. That makes things so much easier for my Kofagragus here. And then he goes for the Aqua Jet again, proving that he is Choice. I go for the Shadow Ball, and I get some Lefty's health, and he gets burned, switching out, of course. Goes into the Greninja. I missed the burn. I didn't even go for the burns, but I mean, I didn't even go for the burn, so I don't know what was up. But then I go for another Will-O-Wisp, and then he gets burned right there. He goes for the U-turn to get out of there, and goes straight to the Xerneas. I go for the knockoff to knock off whatever he had. I was going to do it on Greninja, but I guess it's fine to do it on this guy. Then he goes Geomancy. I go for the Will-O-Wisp, getting the burn off, which is good. Kofagragus is pretty much all about support. Then he goes for the of course, the Geomancy finally pops up, and I go for the Shadow Ball. And I was going to go for another Will-O-Wisp, predicting him to go for the Aromatherapy, but it didn't really matter because he killed me with the Moonblast, and he doesn't really go for the Aromatherapy, so I don't know what was up with that. I go for the Crawdon, which of course I'm poisoned. Goes for the Moonblast, I go down to my Sash, and then I just go for the Waterfall. It doesn't kill him, but the burn can finish him off, and the poison can finish me off. So we both end up going down there. It was pretty cool. And then I send out the Nidoking. Poison doesn't affect Nidoking. He goes out for the Azumarill. I go for that Thunderbolt, just taking him out. And then he goes over to the Greninja, which outspeeds me, going for a Hydro Pump. And of course, Nidoking can't take hits, so he died. And now I go back to the Volcarona because I know I can take a Hydro Pump, but he doesn't go for the Hydro Pump. He goes Water Shuriken. That's weird. I go for the Bug Buzz, taking out his Greninja, and he goes to the Infernape, where he uses the Fire Punch and takes down my Volcarona. I guess I wasn't physically defensive. Going in for the Typhlosion, he switches out to the Munchlax. This is where things get a bit interesting. I go for that Extra Sensory for that Infernape, but he switches over to Munchlax, which just takes it. So I switch back out into Tyranitar here, and go for an Earthquake. And this is where I didn't discover at the time, but it kind of shows that Munchlax is physically defensive, especially defensive, not physically defensive. But I didn't notice it at the time. I switch back to Typhlosion and go in with, oh yeah, he uses Sleep Talk and goes in with the Toxic, so that kind of sucks for me. And then now I go in for the Focus Blast, hit him, and realize that it doesn't do as much as the Earthquake, which means that this Munchlax was especially defensive. Now he gets his curse off because of Sleep Talk, and I decided to go for another Focus Blast. I was able to hit it and land a crit at the same time. Holy crap, Focus Blast, are you sure? This must be a fake video. But no, it's not. It was just luck. And now I switch over to the Tyranitar, knowing that this thing is specially defensive rather than physically defensive. Goes for the Sleep Talk, gets that Toxic, which both my Pokemon are already Toxic, so it's kind of useless. I go for an Earthquake, and he goes for that Sleep Talk, getting a Rest, which kind of sucks for him. I decided to go for a Crunch here because it's Stab and it also brings down his defense, and that kind of went to my favor. He uses Sleep Talk, and now that his defenses are down, I know this Crunch can finish him. So there goes the Munchlax. And now he goes into the Tyranitar, and this is where things get weird. He uses Iron Tail, really? He could use Close Combat or Mach Punch, but no, he goes Iron Tail, which is weird. So now I go into Typhlosion, getting the Extra Sensory off, using and getting a Flinch Hacks, of course, and that finishes off what do you call that thing? The Infernape. I'm not sure if it was Choice Banded. If it was Choice Banded, then I would have won because then it would have stayed in Iron Tail. And well, I mean, 1, that thing's not that effective, and 2, that thing's pretty inaccurate. So Typhlosion wouldn't have been taken out by an Iron Tail. But if he wasn't Choice Banded, I don't know. Maybe he could have taken down Typhlosion. But the point is, Typhlosion beat what's his face, Infernape. And I hope you enjoyed this gameplay slash commentary. If you did enjoy this gameplay slash commentary, please leave a like down below. That would be awesome. And if you are new to my channel, please subscribe. That would also be awesome. And I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.